And we're now joined by actors Sivenathi, Mabuya and Bohang Moeko, who play the lead characters of Zoleka and Kagiso. Good morning and welcome to the Weekend Report. It's so good to have the both of you.
Thank you
morning.
so much.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Congratulations. Sure. What was it like working together? I'll start with you, Sive. I mean, how would you describe the experience of working with Bohang?
Wow.
He's like, you better say something nice.
Something good. Well, we've worked together before. Not as closely, but we've worked together before. So, and we've known each other for quite some time now. So it was fun. It basically it's working with a friend, having a friend on set. We had so much fun. And bringing these characters to life was fun. We could sort of lean on each other, and whenever I needed his help, he was there, and whenever he needed my help, I hope I was there. So it was more fun, really, than work.
That's how it should be. Now, when you say when you needed him, he was there, and hopefully you were there for him too. What does that look like, Bohang? And what was it like working with Sive? So, for the benefit of our viewers, how do you support each other on set when you need to prepare for this role?
I think for me, well, firstly, it was amazing working with Sive. Again, it wasn't our first time, but we hadn't worked in this capacity ever. And we had always communicated that we want to work in this capacity. So when this opportunity came by with How to Ruin Love, it was just an amazing one. In terms of support, it's just about, sometimes some days are harder than others.
Yeah.
And it's a collaborative thing that we do. So you always need someone there to like pick you up when you feel like, wow, today I'm just like, I'm going through it. So it's like a partnership in a way.
Yeah.
So,
what was your hardest day on set?
Oh man, hardest day, I would say for me personally, it was not only the hardest day, but also the best day, which was kind of an ironic thing because it was just the fact that we were shooting on the beach. I know it sounds like a holiday. But
It's not.
But it's not.
I wouldn't mind recording the show on the beach.
Trust me, we were there for 2 days. By the time we were done shooting that scene, I couldn't recognize my feet because like I was burnt. The sand was so hot and it was windy. You had sand everywhere and it looks amazing, but it was one of the most challenging scenes to get right because we had to do it over and over 2 days. And for me, that was the hardest sequence to shoot.
So, Sive, what drew you to this particular character that you portray in the sequel?
Oh man, Zoleka is such an interesting character. I've never played a character like this before. In fact, I've never done comedy before. So it was an exciting opportunity for me. And to play Zoleka was interesting. There's a couple of things about her that when I think about her, I'm always like, oh boy. Like Bohang mentioned, one of the most challenging scenes was the beach scene because there's just so many nuances in terms of just her emotional response with everything that's happening. And so I had to get into her shoes without judging her. And it was challenging, but also very exciting as an artist to have to play that particular role. And so hopefully when everyone watches it, they're able to experience it the same way that I did and see it for what it truly is. So in terms of the artistry of having to play such a character, it was very interesting and very exciting for me.
And tell me something, because I'm very curious about this. You say that it's a comedy, which I've always wondered. Like, I mean, I'm way up to date with How to Ruin Christmas. Both, how many have they been? 2 or 3?
3.
We're on 3 now. So having seen that particular style, the genre, which I would describe as a rom-com, I don't know how you would describe it. Isn't it scary to have to step into comedy? I mean, do you consider yourself to be funny?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. It was extremely scary.
And how do you prepare for such a role?
Ooh. You just jump, I guess. That's what I did. Like I said, it was my first time really getting into comedy and rom-com. He's done it a couple of times before, and so that's why I really had to lean on him a lot of the times, especially with like particular scenes, because the rhythm of comedy is extremely different from drama and all the other genres. And so, especially for me, because I've played drama a lot of times, and so to get into rom-com, there's a shift emotionally and physically and just expression-wise. And so I had to kind of calm myself down and, I don't know, find common ground where I'm like, okay, I think I've kind of settled into Zoleka and into the specific genre.
Yeah. Now, Bohang, you've been, in this industry for a minute, and you have portrayed so many different characters across so many different genres of docus, television, film.
Right.
Today being Africa Day, it's also a very reflective day, and it begs one to kind of look at where we are. How would you describe the standard of filmmaking when it comes to, especially the continent, and through your experience?
Wow, that is a beautiful question. I think we are further ahead than we give ourselves credit for. I recently shot something else a month or so ago, and it was with a lot of people from the US, and they were amazed at how hard we work, how much we achieve with the little resources and time that we get given. Our crews are phenomenal. Our crews are probably some of the best in the world. Not even probably, for sure they are. Our actors are super talented. We do, like I said, we do so much with such little time and resources. And I think we're a lot further ahead than we give ourselves credit for. It's just a matter of time before, we get to a point where we feel like, okay, now we've leveled up. And it's going to take time and resources, but I do feel like we are at an amazing place.
Yeah, that is beautiful to hear. And I think we always need to remind ourselves of how far we come.
Yeah.
You speak of leveling up, Sive. I want to just pick your brain a little bit on this. There are always challenges that need urgent attention, and especially in this particular sector. What would leveling up look like in your industry?
Sure. Leveling up, I guess, is also based on what Bohang just mentioned, just giving ourselves credit, first off, because as soon as we realize what we're capable of and realize that our own narrative is enough to kind of get the entire world to engage and to get to know us on an artistic level, I think then we can be able to, jump into anything, especially given the opportunity to do so. Now is a good time for us. We have been given an opportunity to tell our stories our own way with our own people. Netflix, for instance, streams across 190 countries. So that's an opportunity on its own to just tell our own stories our own way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an exciting time.
Very exciting. You are all officially, you've been officially international darlings. So with success comes responsibility. We're going to the voting polls on the 29th of May. I hope we are voting.
Definitely.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, good.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. I wish you all of the best. And I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this new sequel. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. We're excited.
All right, those are actors Bohang Moeko and Sivenathi Mabuya. Make sure that you support Proudly South African. And if you haven't seen the series, How to Ruin Christmas, you've missed out. But you can still catch up and make sure that you catch How to Ruin Love, the proposal.